Hey guys, and how's it going? Got another video for you guys today. For those of you who saw my yard sale video that I filmed on those cameras and things I brought home from that yard sale, I showed this off in the video and I was talking about it. It is a Craftsman 4-in-1 vacuum. It's also a wood chipper. It's a vacuum, leaf puller, whatever you want to call it. Got this off of my neighbor the other day. He had me in mind when he saw it. He asked me if I wanted it, and I asked him how much he wanted for it. He goes, "Give me an offer." I said, "Would you do $10 for it?" And he said, "Sure, I'll do that." So loaded it up in the wagon, brought it home, and that's where it is now. So let's go on ahead, I guess, and we will take a look at it. I have not looked over it yet. It has been sitting here. I was looking around on Briggs's website on how to date code these engines, and I think it was made in '03. Here's the model number. This number right here is the one you go off of. It's an '03 on the 6th of, I'm gonna guess November 3. It was in '03, the 6th month, right? 6th month or 6th day, and 11, and then 57. I think that's the factory that it was built in. So I'm pretty sure that's how you're able to tell what year it is and the date and everything. So let's go on ahead and I will get this put up on the bench and we will take a look at it and see what we got. Have not tried starting it yet. It has no fuel in it. I did check that. Then it does pull over, as you can see. It feels like it has compression, but it's really hard to tell because underneath there's a big flywheel for the fan, and that it does give it a flywheel effect. It's hard to pull over. You need to be good and strong to pull this over, but it does seem to pull over, and it does sound like it has compression, so I'm going to guess it has compression. I think that's about it for this. So it's missing the air filter. I have looked in here. There is no gas in there. Not sure how to shut it off or turn it on. I'm going to go on ahead and guess this right here is probably the choke. Well, maybe the throttle. I don't know. It could be, I don't think it's the choke. The choke's not moving. It looks like it has an automatic choke, judging by that, so I don't know. That could be a throttle. So I'll have to play with it, I guess, and see what that is. I'm not sure whether I want to pull the carburetor off of it first and clean it, or just try to start it right now. It has no gas in it, so it could possibly run. Let's go on ahead and try dumping gas in it. I do want to look at the oil first. I have not really looked at it too much, so let me put you guys in the stand and we will take a look at it. One thing that I have done off camera is I ran the pull cord up here. This was on that side for whatever reason, so I moved it over here. So that's all I've done to it. So let me go on ahead and I'll put you guys in the stand and we will go on ahead and take a look at this. Okay, let's go on ahead and we'll check this guy out and we will see what he needs. Let me grab a towel so that I can check the oil. I'm not sure how long it's been setting. I wasn't told. It doesn't look like it's been setting too long. Yet again, you really never know how long they've been setting until you get to looking at it and find out what the deal is. I don't think the motor's blown up. It's got no oil in it. Well, maybe it does. Let's check it again. Yeah, there ain't no oil in that. So, okay, there you go. There is no oil in this engine. That is not good. Okay, well, it don't look too bad what's in there. So this engine must burn oil. Okay, so what do we want to do? Do I want to drain the oil that's in it or just fill it? Let's take a look under it actually. We may end up draining the oil. Let's see what we have under here. Is there a drain plug or what do you guys think? I'm gonna guess it's gonna be, yeah, I thought so. Oops, he's dead. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was gonna be under there, just a shroud. Well, right here's the vacuum, that's where it goes in, so. Let me bring this. It also has a blower. If you take that bag off, you can put a blower on there. I don't have a blower for it, unfortunately. I really wish I did, so I could use it as a blower. But I could probably find one or even make one for that matter. So I think what I'm gonna do, there is no way of draining the oil except for tipping it over this way, which is probably the best way to do it. I shouldn't have tipped it that way because the air cleaner is over here. You're supposed to tip it this way. I'd have to pull the engine, probably that, or take a cover off from underneath to get the oil out of it. So I think what we'll do is we'll just tip it on its side. We'll take the dipstick out of it and try to drain whatever's in it. Let me get you guys moved and I'll grab something to drain the oil into. Just so you guys know, yes, there already is oil in that pan. That's what's been leaking out of the round fender, for those of you wondering. So, there just is not a lot of oil in that at all. Actually, I don't know how much oil is in that. It keeps giving me different levels, so either way I'm just going to drain it. We might have to move this. Let's see. Right there. I want it to sit on that. I don't want it to be too far out of the way. There it goes, it's draining. Let that drain, then I'll bring you guys back. While that's draining, the engine didn't come with an air filter or an air filter cover, so I went and I grabbed this and this. I did blow this out. Maybe I didn't. I will blow this out, and I'll blow this out too. So we can put them on here and get it going. It's still draining a lot of oil. It's still draining oil, not a lot in there, but we'll take a look at that once it's done. Apparently it had a lot more oil in it than I thought it did. And just as the doctor ordered, more oil. Doctor's order. I'm not going to put that air filter on there just yet. I'm going to do that a little bit later, because I do want to make sure that it runs, it has spark and everything it needs to run. It does seem to have compression, so that I'm not as worried about. That engine actually had a lot more oil in it than I thought it did. I didn't really think it had all that much, but for it being on E, or fill, it had quite a bit. I would say that might be enough. We may have to let it settle. Yeah, it appears to be enough. I'll let that settle and then we'll check it again later. Okay, we'll put the lid back on this temporarily. And we'll put this over here. I think the next thing that I want to do is I want to check it and see if it has spark. So let me bring you guys up front and we'll take a look at it once we get the plug pulled out. I'm gonna go ahead and guess this is probably the wrong size plug socket, but we'll see. Oh, that don't look too bad. How bad do you guys think this plug's gonna look? Oh, it came loose. I'm gonna guess probably all black. It looks like it's got some gas on it. I'd say it looks okay. That gap looks a little bit small, but I think it should be okay. Let me take it and clean it up. That's the plug for you guys wanting to see it. Yeah. Let me take it and clean it up here fast, and then I'll be right back. I went in there and I cleaned that spark plug. I'm gonna have to find out how to turn this engine on. I'm not quite sure where throttle is or how you kill it. I know that back there has probably got a safety on it. The what's it called? The bag, I'm gonna guess. Let me see if I can, there we go, right there. Right there by the plug hole. Can you guys see it? I'll bring you guys in so you can see whether it has spark or not. I'll turn the light off too. Damn it. There we go, right there. Let's see if it has spark. Let me take the pull cord out of here and we'll bring it up. Yeah, I'll look at the camera and I'll tell it if it has spark. Ready? Yeah, it's definitely. Let me watch the camera and I'll tell you if it had spark. So I watched the camera and it did not have spark, so we're gonna have to experiment with this a little bit. I'm wondering if this is off where I have it at right now. I'm wondering if this right here is what runs the engine, this little red tab. So I think I'm gonna move it a little bit. I'm gonna put it, what would this be? That would probably be, I don't know. Let's put it in the middle and just see if that does it. Can you guys see that, or do I need to zoom you in? Bring you guys in. And I'll watch the camera when I... Ready? Let's see if it... If not, we may have to pull the engine apart and look at it. Ready? Let me watch the footage and I will let you guys know if I saw spark. Oh, you know what? Let's do it again because the plug fell. We'll put this right here if we can get it to stay. There we go. You guys see that? A little. There we go. I won't pull it over as hard. Ready? I feel like I heard it, but okay. Ready? Okay, so I think I have figured out this right here is what drives the engine, okay? Because it did have spark. I watched it and it had a really good spark. So I think all the way down right here, I think this is what kills it. I'm gonna guess this is just a shut-off switch. I don't know if it would throttle the engine or not. It looks like it moves the throttle assembly, so I'm just gonna go on ahead and guess this is your throttle right here. And this would probably be idle right here, and that would be off. So I'm gonna guess it has a contact in here and it grounds out when it hits this contact. I'm gonna just assume it hits something in here and it grounds out. So that's what kills the spark. And when you have it off here and throttled, it runs. So that's my guess. Let's go on ahead and I'll turn the lights back on. We'll dump some fuel into it. I really want to try and dump some gas down in the gas tank and to see if it'll work or not. So let me go on ahead. I will grab some gas. I wish I was Musty 1 and had a little squirt bottle. I could squirt it into the spark plug hole or down in the carburetor, but unfortunately I'm not Musty 1 and I don't have one of them. So let me put the spark plug back in and we will do that. I do have the hose that goes right here for those of you guys wondering. It is ripped though, so I'm gonna have to fix it. But I don't really see myself using that, so. The plan for this is either I'm gonna sell it or it's gonna turn into a shop vac. Or I'm gonna use it probably, so. Let me check that oil here quick and see if it's settled down any at all since last time I checked it. If it has, then we'll try starting it up and see how it does. I checked the oil. It is a little bit low, but it's in the marks. It's just a little bit under full, so let's go on ahead, and I'm gonna put some gas in the tank, and maybe not, we will have to pull it apart and look at it. One of these has gas in it. I think it's this one. So let's check it and see. Not gonna put a lot in there. The gas tank did look pretty clean when I looked at it, so, and there was nothing in it. So I am gonna put gas in it. I shouldn't do that, but probably in a few pumps it'll go down to the carb. So let's go on ahead and try it. Do I have it off or do I have it? I have it off. Let's just move it slightly over. We'll put it right there. It's a little bit in the middle. Let's see if it'll start. Not sure how to kill it. If it starts, I'm gonna guess that's how you kill it. So, ready? Let's go. Did you hear that? It sounded like it caught. What's that hitting noise? Let's see. Maybe if I turn this up a little bit more, we'll put it right there. I think that's the throttle. Ready? Okay, here's the next thing I'm gonna try. I'm gonna grab my little gas can and I'm gonna dump some gas down the intake, and we're gonna see if it takes off with that. Let's go on ahead and I will dump this little bit of gas down the intake. Hopefully it'll make it wanna take off. Ready? Let's find out. Here we go. That was too easy. That was too easy. Let's see if it'll start back up. I gotta put another battery in the camera. I didn't really expect it to take off like that. Let me go on ahead and I'll throw another battery in the camera. We'll take this outside. I'm gonna put that air filter on it. We'll take it outside and we'll try and see how it does. We're having the same problem as we did the other day when I tried mowing with the 216. We've got a rain cloud, so we're gonna have to do this quick. Let's see if it'll start back up. It's starting to rain, so we got to make this one quick. I may end up pulling that carburetor off there anyway. And if it'll start, we'll take it over there and I don't want to start it full throttle. We'll take it over there and we'll try sucking up some leaves. Ready? Don't want to get them on. Uh-oh. Try running at full throttle. Maybe it has a choke. know what I wonder? I wonder if it has an automatic choke and the automatic choke's not kicking on. That could be the problem here. Because I dumped that little bit of gas down the intake and it took off, so I almost wonder if that's the case. What do I want to do? Well, we know it runs at least. Let's take it in and see if we can figure out what's going. Actually, you know what? Well, we know it runs, so I guess we can go on ahead and take it in and see what's going on with that automatic choke. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the top off of that. Let me shut this door. We're going to pull this top cover off of it. These are Phillips screws. I do have a Phillips screwdriver, so let's just see if they'll even come out. We shouldn't have to pull the gas tank. We should be able to just pull this top cover off. It looks like that's a wired up safety, so I am going to have to investigate with that. That's what I'm going to guess that is right there. That's probably a safety. That's a long little blow, isn't it? I didn't expect it to be that long. That one looks like it's been in too far. It's starting to strap. Actually, it looks like it's moving. I wonder if we can get there without pulling that out. What is that? Oh, that hooks to that plastic shroud right there. Can we put something under here so this doesn't fall, I wonder? Let me see what I have. Let's stick this spark plug socket in there and see if it holds it up. That might. There we go, look at that. Let me adjust you guys' height so we can get in there and look at that. So lifting that front cover up, you know what I just saw? It has a choke. I didn't even see that, so whoops. You guys probably saw that before I did and started pointing it out. I'm going to see some nasty comments that say that has a choke. Let me grab my air filter and just go on and put it on. So, whoops, I didn't even see that there. I had to pull the cover in order to find it, so they must have had it hidden pretty well. It shouldn't have needed the choke though, because I had it just running not very long ago, so. Yes, the filter is dirty. I did hose it out with the air compressor, so it did get a little bit of stuff out of it, but it is an old filter. I will be changing it if I keep this. If I don't, then I'll probably end up changing it anyway, but for right now, I'm just going to use that filter. It does have a prime on it. This air filter box does. This came off of a push mower that had a primer on it, but this doesn't have a primer bulb on it. If it did, it'd be right there for those of you guys wondering. So no, it doesn't have a primer. We'll pop that back in there. I think I put my screwdriver back over there. Let me go grab it here quick. Grab my screwdriver. Yeah, I don't see that choke. Here it is right here. It should say that there's a choke right there, but it doesn't, so. Okay. I mean on the shroud it should say there's a choke. Not on the, I may end up actually writing on there it has a choke. You know what, let me grab a Oh, damn it. I don't want to go. Oh, actually, we should look and see if it has any nesting material. I didn't see anything fly out of it, so I don't think it does. And I don't see any nest, so we might be okay. Not checking. I didn't see anything fly out of it though, guys, when I fired it up. If it had a nest in it, trust me, we would have knew. It would have smoked. It wouldn't have smoked, but it would have blown it out, so. It'd have blown quicker than a fuse blows when you touch it. There we go. That's on there tight. There we go. Okay. I think that's it. Let me grab a Sharpie here fast and we'll do some writing on it. I guess I'll have to run in the house and grab a Sharpie. Now that I've figured out where the choke is, let's try this out. What way did I? That way. Let's see if it'll, that's full throttle. Let's run it at low, idle. Let me put you guys up. Let's go on ahead and try it out. Ready? Choke's engaged. I have it at idle. I don't have it at full throttle. Ready? Let's go try it out. Right there's a piece of cardboard. Let's try it out. Got another spot. I didn't mean to shut that off. Oops. I'd say it does pretty well. It's also supposed to be a chipper, so I guess we can try it out and see how it chips. Here's a little guy. Let's see how it does with this. I guess I did shut it off. Ready? I'd say it does pretty well. Let's try a couple more. for little ones, not big ones. That's why that one wouldn't fit. Let's try this one out. I'd say it does pretty well. I think at this point I'm having a little too much fun. Now we're going to suck the mess up that it just made. Like nothing ever happened. Well, there you go, you guys. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I thought this was really cool to work on and really cool to take it out and try using it. I've never seen one of these before until this. I'm going to have to look and see how much they're worth. I'm actually really curious. I've never seen one of these before, so I'm going to go on there and look up some more information about it. There's the hose right there for those of you thinking I didn't get a hose with it. I did. You can see it is falling apart, so I don't really plan on using it at all. I'm just going to use it for the sucker. If I had some cut grass to suck up to show you guys, I don't have any right now, but I would go back in the backyard and do that. Here's the mess from it earlier, what it left, so I'm not going to try to pull that up. It'll come in handy for here around the shop. Use it to pull some of the dirt up off the floor and clean up after things. I'm definitely going to use it. It's going to come in very handy around here. So, $10. I'd say $10. That was a pretty good price for this. I think it's worth it. Never seen a chipper on one of these before. I've actually never seen one of these before. I think somebody added this on here. I don't think this is supposed to be on here at all. Here we go. I'm just going to take this off because it already, let me put the camera down so I can get that off. There we go. I think it looks a little bit better. Things got hung up in it too, so I just thought I better take it off. The only thing I have to worry about this is I'm worried that branches will come shooting out of there and get you. You don't want to be around that, especially when it's grinding something. As you saw, it does shoot stuff out. The wood that I was cutting with it was rotten, so it might do better with wood that's not rotting are already rotten, so I might have to play with it later on. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I really hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. I really enjoyed making this video. It is probably going to end up needing a carburetor cleaning. I'm surprised it didn't need a carb cleaning. I didn't do a carb cleaning on it. It really didn't seem to need it, which it surprised me it took off like that. I was expecting it to start and then die. It still pisses me off I didn't see that choke. One thing I am going to do with the Sharpie is I'm going to put off, then I'm going to put the little rabbit here. Same with the choke. I'm going to do that with the choke as well. I'm going to say the choke, no choke, and then full choke. So that's, I think, what I'm going to do. I thought it had an automatic choke on there, so it's got no primer, and I've never seen one of these Briggs & Strattons with a choke on it like this. I've only seen them with the primer bulb or without a choke, or with auto choke. So that's all I've ever seen. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Take care.